What's up, guys? Today we'll be covering everything you need to know for both new Realm players and returning Realmers who might be a little confused when firing the game back up. A lot of things have changed over the years, and some of the tutorial stuff hasn't quite kept up, so here's your beginner's tutorial for Realm Royale Reforged. Let's get into it. When we first launch the game, we'll want to make sure to get our game settings taken care of. Realm's a pretty easy game to run on PC, so you shouldn't have to mess with your graphic settings too much. Just get your sensitivity and your keybinds set up, and take a look at your matchmaking settings to make sure you have crossplay on and any input type selected for the fullest lobbies. But before we're ready for those lobbies, we got some more stuff to do in the menus. Obviously, you need to equip some cool cosmetics like mounts and chicken skins. And then we'll jump into the loadout section. What you decide to equip here will affect what you make in the Forge once you get into the game. Each class has their class specific weapons and abilities, giving each one a different playstyle unique to the class. You can choose which weapons and abilities here to forge in the game, building the class to your preferred style of play. I recommend beginners try out each class a couple of times to get a feel for which one you like the most. Now we're ready to queue up for a match. Make sure you have the playlist selected that you want to queue for. Right now it's between solos and trios and the occasional limited time mode. And make sure to set the region that's right for you. Once you queue in, you'll spawn in the Zeppelin with the other players in the match. Use this time to open up your map and take a look at the starting circle to pick where you want to land. The named POIs with forges will usually be the most populated landing areas, and for good reason. You'll want to get as many shards as you can as quickly as you can and get to one of the forges to start making your gear. Let's not get ahead of ourselves though. Back on the Zeppelin, when the timer finishes counting down, it'll be time to skydive down to the map. Every house and building will have at least one chest, and there are 3 different types. The potion chests are only able to be looted one time per match, but the regular chests and the class specific chests can be opened once by each player. This is a big difference from other BRs, keeps you from having to fight with your own teammates for loot, and allows your team to land closer together and travel as a single unit while gathering that early game loot. The class chests are a very big part of early game success, giving guaranteed green rarities of both your class specific weapons and abilities, as well as those super valuable armor pieces. I've got a short video explaining all the benefits that armor pieces give you, so I'll make sure to have that link down below. A big point of emphasis for newer players is disenchanting the loot that you don't want for shards to use in the Forge. It's one of the things that I see new players struggle to remember to do all the time, but once you get used to it, it becomes second nature. Now, once you have those nice shiny shards, you want to make your way to the Forge. In the Forge menu, you can pick from 3 different tabs to make things. The first tab is your class tab, where you can make your class weapon and abilities that you chose in the loadout tab. You can also make your class movement ability here, which will be an epic or legendary version of the movement that you spawned into the game with. And you can make armor pieces and potions here as well. It is important to note that the weapons and abilities you set in the loadout tab will only guarantee your first forge for that slot in the game. If you've already forged that slot once, the next time you try that slot, it'll be a random item. The second tab is the universal or neutral tab. It works about the same as the class tab, except without the existence of a loadout option for neutral weapons and abilities, it'll always be a random item from the neutral pool. The third tab is the upgrade tab, which is very important. Here, you can take any item and upgrade it from either common or rare to epic or epic to legendary. When you upgrade, it takes the item for the duration of the forge, and it costs more or less depending on what rarity you're upgrading to. You are only able to upgrade 1 item per forge though, so make sure to plan accordingly. Now that you've forged your loadout, upgraded your items, and stocked up on potions, all that's left is to rinse and repeat as the fog pushes you into new forges and dominate your enemies to win that epic crown royale. That's it for today, but make sure you guys get subscribed if you aren't already. I've got more content on the way to help you guys succeed in Realm Royale Reforged. Make sure to stop by the stream over on Twitch anytime I'm live and ask any questions you guys have. Until next time, I'll see you guys on stream. Peace.